no one had a British accent, only me and my sister. Very like, daddy. Very
not daddy.
Very daddy.
Welcome to season 2 of Dímelo, a series from GLAAD where we'll be talking to queer comedians from across the Latina community to tackle tired tropes and media stereotypes head on, all while asking them to share their hottest takes, their messiest anecdotes, and their most chaotic creative choices. I'm your host, Gabe González, and today our guest is a Honduran American actor, dancer, and content creator who's appeared in shows like Pam and Tommy, Mozart in the Jungle, and One Life to Live. Yes, that's right, a daytime soap. He is one of the hosts of the Tres Leches podcast, which I love and you should be subscribed to if you aren't already, and he's also a former GLAAD Media Award nominee. Please welcome Ian Paget.
I haven't heard an intro like that before, a Honduran American.
I love that Honduran American was the thing that stuck out. You were like, oh.
No one, like if you look at me, you wouldn't really guess I'm Hispanic.
No.
And so no one ever associates like Latino-ness at all, like with me. And to hear that is like actually like very nice.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say you're preaching to the choir. I like to say I am the LaCroix of Latinos. There's like a little flavor there, but I gotta tell you what it is first. I'm Puerto Rican, and like my family, you moved from an island to the state of Florida at a young age. But the island you moved from is not Puerto Rico. It is a cold, dark place in Europe where people eat baked beans for breakfast.
Yes.
So tell me, what was it like moving from London to Miami as a child?
Wow, it was a little like wild. It happened very, very fast. My mom was a diplomat and worked for the embassy of Honduras, and my dad had been living there for a while, and like I found out all about this later, but her job ended and no one was a resident of the UK. Because we were American. My dad is American. And you need a British parent in addition to being born there in order to have dual citizenship, all these things. And all of a sudden, like, we just had to like get up and leave.
No way.
Yeah, we lived in Honduras for like a year and a half. And then we moved to Miami, like America, you know, even though Miami is its own
basically
little country.
Latin America.
Yeah, it's its own country. And I love being from there. But I learned very quickly, I was like, oh, like, American system school, like very different culture. I had to take a standardized test for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I like spent a lot of time with just like my family most of the time because it was hard to make friends. I had a British accent. So.
Okay, sorry, rewind. You moved to Honduras with a British accent.
Correct.
What, like, were you speaking Spanish with a British accent?
No, the Spanish was always pretty fluent because I learned that with my mom. And then when we lived in Honduras, it was just like so easy because everyone else is speaking the Spanish. And I, as a kid, have always been very good at mirroring whatever's around me. So
it's a gay skill.
It is a good skill.
Oh, I said gay, but
yes,
also a good one.
But where I noticed I was now very different was Miami because no one had a British accent, only me and my sister.
Yeah.
If you looked at home videos of me, you're like, I actually watch them and I can't believe who that is because it's just so far-fetched from the California or great state of Ohio accent that I have now. If you met my sister though, she's giving full, how are you, Ian? Oh my God, it's been so long to see you. Like she talks like that. Like
she talks like a Miami girl.
She talks like a Miami girl, like full chola. It's crazy.
So y'all arrived like full Oi Mister, You Me Dad vibes.
Very that,
and like
very that.
She evolved
very
into
like daddy. Very
oh
that.
my, not daddy.
Very daddy.
So Ian, you're a host on the podcast Tres Leches with your co-hosts Johnny and Juan. What is it like navigating the professional equivalent of a throuple?
It has been really fun, actually. You learn a lot about like yourself, and because we are all so close, I've known Juan since I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we've known each other forever. And we're all now like 3 besties, and so we have this great balance of like love in the air, but then we also all 3 are very opinionated, and even with 2 people who I have shorthand with and who are my besties, now we're doing something professional, we're making something for an audience, and we want it to be good, and we hope it's connecting. And I'd say like it's been one of the more amazing things that we started this year.
So on an episode of the podcast, you listed 10 things you hate, which include GLAAD plugins, punctuation, being called a bottom because you can dance, and overripe bananas. Have you added anything to that list since you filmed that list?
Oof, oh my God. I could find something to hate every day. I hate inefficiency. No, I just actually experienced this being in a group, traveling for the 4th of July, and something I'm learning is like communication around like, God, how do I say this without like throwing someone under the bus?
Throw them.
No,
Throw them.
no.
This is the Drag Race runway where somebody's like, who would you send home?
Okay, you know what I hate? I hate when like we're trying to show someone a good time, or you're trying to show someone a good time, and they're just very ungrateful. Like they're not they don't understand that we're trying to do that. You know what I mean? I'm a crazy person. But no, I think people bother me when there's a lack of self-awareness that I'm like, I think is like almost done on purpose.
Sure.
You can tell when someone's like choosing to be that way, and I hate that. I hate that so much. Because we could be having such a better time if you stopped like doing that thing, if you stopped putting on that mask. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like this is you like complaining about periods at the end of sentences and texts.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
like,
that was a very specific situation.
Oh, okay.
Because that was a person I had a crush on.
Oh, we get context now. It's a
little
different.
bit.
Okay,
Yeah. And so like, hey, period, was just, I didn't like it.
It's giving nothing.
It was giving nothing. I was like, don't say hello or just don't use the period. You know what I mean?
I'd rather you not text. Okay, so the podcast Tres Leches, for those of you who don't know, we've been talking about it for a while, is named after a Latin American dessert that literally translates to 3 milks. There may or may not be a double entendre there. I don't have the green light to explain right now. But inspired by your podcast, I was hoping you could describe the following list of people or things using desserts.
Ooh.
Can we do this? We'll go rapid fire.
Sure.
Okay, self-tape auditions.
Twinkie.
A Twinkie, right? Okay,
Yeah.
something disgusting but sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like
Okay.
it'll do the job, but you're like, is it really, really doing what it needs to do?
Did I need to be eating this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, the New York subway.
Oh my God. Whew. What are desserts I don't like? What are desserts I like? You know, this is terrible because people are gonna hate me. Flan. A mí no me gusta flan.
A mí no me gusta flan.
me gusta
Engrave
flan.
that on Ian's headstone after the entire Latino community
Yeah.
unites to kill him over that
I'm
take.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I love it. Look, I told you we were gonna get hot takes. I told you we were gonna get hot takes. She's not for
Consistency.
everyone.
It's
All right,
not.
she's not for
It's
everyone. Next is Honduran American celebrity America Ferrera.
Wait, but I love her. So
Don't we all?
How about Nutella chocolate cake?
Ooh,
I'm obsessed.
I love that. Okay, the last message you got on a dating app.
Unread. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, the last message I got. I mean, a person I wanted to go on a date with left me unread. So maybe that's why I'm remembering that. You always remember the like bad stuff.
I'm just here to unearth trauma.
Oh my God, that was fun. We should do that again.
Cute.
Yeah.
What dessert would that be?
Bread pudding.
Bread pudding.
Me encanta.
All right, the final, the final thing I'd love for you to describe using a dessert is Chita Rivera.
Oh my God.
I was hoping she'd strike a chord with you. I was like, a Latino theater gay, there's like, she's the one. Yeah.
Amazing. Another one who I like I wasn't aware of like her that she was who she was in you know the Hispanic community. Like growing up, you're like, oh, I just loved her as Anita, or like Sweet Charity. You know what I mean? A dessert for Chita. What would I give her?
You already used flan in a negative context.
I know,
so-
I know. Okay. I would give her un pastelito de guava y queso.
Oh, pastelito de queso.
I can have it all the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ian, so now that we've learned a little bit about you, I would like to quiz you about other people. I've got queer history trivia I'd like to ask. The 1966 sip-in protest started when gay men entered bars, announced they were gay, and did what? Is it A, kissed, B, sat down and ordered a drink, or C, drugs in the bathroom?
Sat down and ordered a drink.
Sat down and ordered a drink. That is actually correct.
Yay!
Yeah, good job.
I win.
At the time, the laws banning disorderly conduct were used to target gay and gender nonconforming people. So a group called the Mattachine Society, consisting of mostly cis gay men, kind of protested this by going in and announcing they were gay and ordering drinks. And I've got to say, I think only gay men could find a way to make ordering a vodka soda activism.
Yeah.
I really love that. All right, well, Ian, we're at the end of the episode. Is there anything else you'd like to mention or leave us with before we let you go?
No, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for having me. It's been really, really nice to kind of just like talk about things that matter and this section of my life that I don't always get to talk about.
Sure.
So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. That was our episode with Ian Paget. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to check out more episodes of Dímelo, you can do that on GLAAD or LatiNation's social media channels. Thanks for watching.